Welcome to TGIF.
TGIF. This guy is funny.
Will you please quote us?
TGIF.
To give is fine.
To get is fabulous.
TGIF.
Why not be up to date? Welcome to TGIF.
TGIF. Tonight.
Why not?
Yeah, we'll get into focus for a minute. Yeah.
Which camera?
Which camera? Where are we? It's find the camera. Yes.
Oh,
hi.
thank you.
There we are. Hello. Welcome to TGIF. We're back, and we have a house full of people here tonight, and we're going to be doing a lot of talking and listening
And
to
singing
some singing and all kinds of neat stuff. Christy, who are our guests tonight?
Our guests are Matthew Valenti from the Warner Theater and Cassandra and Captain Edward McLeod from the Bonnie Ann.
Ah, okay. Now, I understand that we have a special event this week. You turned, what was it, 50, 60 yesterday?
83.
83. Yes, and you look marvelous for your age.
For my
Yes.
age, yes,
No,
thank
no,
you.
happy birthday. Happy belated birthday. Let's
you
all
very
give
much.
Christy a happy birthday hand. Yes! Okay, well, should we go to a break and come back?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to a break and come back.
Come back.
Now. Wide shot. Extreme wide shot.
Yeah, really?
Yes, let's get a tight shot. Hello, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we?
Take a guess.
Take it. I have
point
no
to a
idea.
camera.
Point to a camera. Anywhere. Okay.
There's no lights on.
There's
so
no
you
lights
guess.
on, so we play a game. Yes, there we are. Hi. Oh,
Hi.
what a
Hi,
lovely
hi,
white.
hi.
Yes, hello. Yes, we're back. And our guests are Matt Valenti from the Warner Theater and Captain Edward McLeod and Cassandra from the Sailing of the Bonnie Ann, which will be opening at the Warner Theater in February, I believe. Is that right? Matt, welcome.
Welcome.
Good to see you back. You were with us
Yes.
last season discussing the work before it actually went into auditions or rehearsal, and now it's
Here we are.
in the making.
It's starting to go.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm not from the Warner Theater per se. I'm from the. My wife and I wrote the Bonnie Ann. My wife wrote the story and the libretto and the lyrics, and I wrote the music. And the Warner Theater is producing the work this February 26th, 27th, March 4th, and 5th at the Warner Theater. Jim Fritsch directing with Neil Pagano as music director.
Wow, it's a mouthful.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
And it's been a lot of fun, and it's been a lot of hard work.
Yeah. Now, how did you get the idea? How did your wife get the idea for the Bonnie Ann? How did this all start?
Well, last June she had a dream, basically, and woke me up in the middle of the night and told me about this great idea for a musical. And at the time, I told her to go back to sleep. But I'm glad that she remembered the story. And so she wrote started writing it, and over the summer, and gave me the lyrics, and started writing the music, and we realized we really had a neat show on our hands, and presented it to the Warner, and they gave us the February date. We were really happy with that.
And it is a wonderful, wonderful script, and the music is beautiful.
So I know you've read through it. And
Yes, yes.
Since I haven't had the privilege, without giving the story away, could you give a brief overview of
Sure.
it? So,
basically, the story takes place in 1692, and the captain of the ship, Edward McLeod, and his crew is sailing, and they are smuggling rum and tea through the British. And what happens after that is the captain gets chased by the British into Salem Harbor. And while they're singing a song about how wonderful their ship is, a boat comes towards them, and Cassandra tells the captain that she's been accused of being a witch, and that her trial was the next day. And when the captain tries to send her back, she casts a spell, and the captain and Cassandra and the boat, the Bonnie Ann, end up in 1992 in Boston Harbor.
wow.
Wow, goodness. Now, Captain, what was it like to have a witch on board?
I've always said that a woman on board is bad luck.
I'm beginning to agree with him. Seems like only yesterday I was running rum and tea, and now here I am on
Television.
television.
Yeah.
I've no use for it, I tell you. I was sitting about last evening, and there I was looking into somebody's bedroom. Made me wonder, could they see back into mine? No use for it, I say. No use at all.
Not yet. That's coming, though, I think, with technology on the advent.
Now, Cassandra, what made you choose Captain McCloud's ship to hide
Actually, my father chose it for me. I was on the beach walking with him one day, and he said, you know, you really must try to get away. Your trial is tomorrow, and chances are they will not let you go once they catch you. So your best bet is to
Sailor's luck. I make for the harbor just about then.
I beg your pardon.
So you two had not met before Cassandra landed on your ship, or?
I'd never laid eyes upon her.
Now, even though you don't seem to get along, I see a little spark in the eye when you two talk.
He's got a bit of fire in him, but nothing I can't handle.
Spoken like a woman of the 90s, the 1990s. Again, something I'm wondering if I have a use for.
Cassandra, that's a lovely pendant you're wearing.
Actually, it's my father's watch. He gave it to me before I set out to the captain's ship, to the Bonnie Ann. He feared that I would not return home and wanted me to have a bit of him to take with me.
You might want to check the time on that. You may find yourself 300 years slow.
Now, the two of you have met some interesting people on your journey.
That we have. Not only the British, which I've managed to get through, but we've been making acquaintances here in the 1990s as well. A group of, what did they call the tribe? Yuppies.
Oh, yuppies.
That's it. That's it.
And the most shocking thing is that most of them, and it's very hard for me to get used to the fact that they don't cover their legs and their arms, and they're waving free in the balmy breeze.
Good
if you will.
Lord, I can hardly
Can't
stand it
believe it.
myself. My sensibilities are offended. The tribe of Yuppies seem to be led by the investment bankers. Was that them? Aye.
That sounds right.
Of course, hard to tell the chiefs from the chiefesses, though, the way they wear the hair these days. I don't know.
Tell you the women. It's the women of the 90s that I can't handle. I'll tell you, they have no respect. No respect for other women.
What do you think they value? What have you seen how values have changed since your time?
I don't think they value the simple things in life, the simple pleasures, a good hearth, a good home, a good meal, a good man.
What?
Oh, just
Get back, you.
seems to be they're out for themselves a bit more, not so much, you know, not so family oriented as they are worried about themselves, and that seems to bother me a bit.
Not like the good old days when you'd tell a woman what to do and she'd do it.
Well, it's a little different now. How do you find women now? I mean, what are your observations?
Well, I do admit, I find them a little feistier these days. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I just need a bit of time to get used to it. 300 years plus.
Now, you've made acquaintance with a certain young lady, I understand.
Ah, MJ.
I wouldn't call her a young lady.
I should. I find her quite attractive.
She looks more like a
Quite
man.
a sensible young lass, too, at that.
I don't know.
What would you know hanging around with that yuppie investment banker Jeff of yours?
I beg your pardon. He's been very nice to me.
Oh, I'm sure
more
he's
than I
been
can say
very
for you
nice
since we've been
indeed,
here.
indeed. Have you come up with the spell yet that's going to get us back?
How would you like another snowstorm?
Now, Matt, they're a very spirited couple. Is this originally how Barbara saw them, or is this something that sort of
Well, the
developed?
captain is quite upset, and I know why he is. He was trying to get back to his crew. You see, the captains at that point are very responsible for their crew, and Captain, I think that your crew was the last you saw them. They were According to the story, they were out there in the middle of Salem Harbor trying to battle that storm that brought you out here 300 years in the future.
Aye. And I'll not rest until I find them again, I can tell you that.
And this is why he's very upset with Cassandra for bringing him out here and not being able to get back.
My goodness. Quite a dilemma.
Dare I ask, is there anything either of you do like about the 90s?
The food. The food is marvelous. I must say, I'm quite surprised. I'm trying to think what I had the other day.
What did they call that? Pork and beans?
Pork and beans. Pork and beans. It was delicious. Absolutely delicious.
And it seems that this Jeff fellow took Cassandra to see the dolphins play a couple of nights ago. Well, they didn't see any fish at all. I went to this huge place, filled full of people, and right in the middle, there were these big, burly, armored men chasing about after this little brown thing, and the crowd kept yelling to kill him and kill him and kill the other and that.
At least the men I was watching had clothes on. Tell them about your evening the other night.
Went with MJ to see the ballet. Avant-garde, they called it. All the dancers painted half black and half white. Well, I thought perhaps that wouldn't be so bad, till they turned out to be men painted half black and half white, every last one of them.
Not a stitch on any one of them.
She said it was to portray the inner conflict within us all. The only conflict I saw was one white one and one black one dangling up and down the balcony.
Edward.
So you don't like the ballet? Because we have a fine ballet company in town.
I can do without it, thank you very much.
Well, maybe in a little more time we get accustomed to some of the modern arts.
This was really a neat experience because last weekend my wife and I went to Salem and Boston, and we happened to run into the captain and Cassandra, and that's why we happen to have them here today.
Thank you for bringing them.
Yes.
I believe they have some songs.
They have a song that they would love to share with you from the musical.
That
As a
would be
matter of fact, we
wonderful.
left and never said goodbye, which was tells all about the fact that they came here and never got to say goodbye to anybody back in their time.
My goodness. Well, maybe we can take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we could hear that selection. Would you give us that honor?
I'd be agreeable to that.
That's all right with me.
Well,
Thank you.
good, great. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more. Yes, there it is. Do you see it, Christy? There it is.
No,
Is
right
that
there,
what, is that
right
what,
there.
with all the people
The
standing
one
behind
everyone's
it?
pointing at?
Yes, that one, the one they want us to look at instead of looking off into this one. Which one? This one. Well, either way. Okay. Okay, we're back, and we are very, very honored
Yes, we are.
to hear a musical selection from The Sailing of the Bonnie Ann, as performed by Captain Edward MacLeod and Cassandra. And we will take it away.
I remember how soft and quiet was our night. The evening sky so filled with stars, our only light. A copper kettle on the hearth, hot tea with cloves. Around the cottage curled the fog, warming by the stove. We left and never said goodbye. Who'd ever thought we'd go so far? Our loved ones must be asking why. We left and never said goodbye.
I remember Papa singing shanties every night. Beauty of his whiskered face by candlelight. A kilt of blue and white embroidered on each fold. Mama stitched each pedal, her thimble polished gold.
We left and never said goodbye. oft once must be asking why we left and never said goodbye. We left and never said goodbye. Who'd ever thought we'd go so far? Oh, loved ones must be asking why we left and never said goodbye. We left and never
We're going to be back with more from the sailing of the Bonnie Ann after this commercial break, so please do stay tuned. We'll be back in about 30, 60 seconds. Well, when they say we're ready to go back, they mean it, don't they?
They weren't kidding. That was fast.
No frills.
Okay, well, now that we are back, I would like to introduce to you the actors portraying Cassandra and the captain. This is Laura Diekman and Dick Trehune. Dick, now you were last seen at the Warner in Robin Hood. Am I
Guess I've
correct?
gone from one pair of tights to another.
I was going to say, green to orange.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Well, your pants got a little longer this time. I had the privilege of seeing you in Peter Pan. You were wonderful. I am looking forward to seeing this. That song was absolutely beautiful. You guys are
Well,
fantastic.
thank
Thank you, Matthew. Wonderful. Now you wrote.
And Barbara.
Right. Now you wrote the music, Matt?
I wrote the music, and Barbara wrote the lyrics to that song, yes.
Wow. And we can look forward to many more songs.
Yes, definitely. As a matter of fact,
Wonderful.
Barbara and I wrote the, well, actually, it's going to be the new Torrington Middle School song, and we recorded it on Tuesday
Oh, that's
with a
great.
professional recording studio. And we had 120 children singing with 10 teachers, and it's being adopted as a new middle school song, so that's pretty nice. When the middle school opens in January 10th, it's going to be all part of the open house and assemblies and that type of thing.
And if we can work it into the Bonnie Ann somewhere.
I don't know if that song will fit, but Captain, I don't know.
So, Laura, I have not seen you at the Warner. Have you done many musicals?
Oh, yes,
I have?
you have. You probably
She was also in Robin Hood.
I was in Robin Hood.
You had your hair up.
No, I had it
No?
down, but I understudied. I had the honor of understudying for Lady Marian.
Oh, I was
And
gonna
when she arrived, I passed it on over to her. That was a treat to get to know everyone. That was my first experience there. But you might remember me. I was in armor during one part of this part of the show. Multifaceted, but it was a great treat. I'm really excited, and this is something I'm very excited about. I did get a chance to go to Rockport in Salem with Matt and his wife last weekend with my husband, and we had a wonderful, wonderful time, and really did step back in time. It was quite a treat.
What sort of study did you have to do for this character? Did you do any historical research?
I've done
for
some
her?
research. I live in Simsbury, and I have bothered the good folks at the Simsbury Library. I think I have to preface everything by, now this is for a show. When I go out with a stack of books on witchcraft, I work with 3- and 4-year-olds, so I have to make sure that no nasty rumors start about me.
I can understand
So
that.
it's been fun. I've read some things that have helped me, and just will continue to read more.
Now, what kind of work? You said you work with 3- and 4-year-olds. Do you work in teaching or child
Yes,
care
I
or
work in
counseling?
teaching. I work at developmental daycare in Simsbury at Swim Center 1 called Our Growing World, and then also at Ski Sundown. I work in the children's program and have been doing that for years and years, and I prefer little guys, so that's a big part of my life.
Yeah, it's a big challenge too. My goodness.
A
lot of fun.
Definitely, yes. And Dick, how hard is it to do 2 shows, big shows
Yeah.
like this, back to back? You've had the lead in Robin Hood, and now this.
It's not so hard when they're such diverse things. Obviously, it's a big time drain, a big physical drain. But fortunately, there's enough of a break between Robin Hood's closing just a few weeks ago and the beginning of the rehearsal period for this show. It's also great to be doing original shows, and I really am appreciative of the Warner taking a chance on 2 untried shows, but that certainly stand on their own merits. 2 shows in 1 season that are originals. It's something that is a daring move for any theater.
It's great to pioneer a role, really.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
certainly cast the mold.
No matter what happens after this, we would have feist.
Yes, I suppose so. You're right.
Go.
I was just gonna ask
We're so polite over here on this side.
Second turn. I was going to ask when we can look forward to seeing the sailing of the Bonnie Ann.
The Bonnie Ann will be on February 26th, February 27th, and March 4th and 5th. We are appreciative to have such great actors and actresses in the show. We have Dick is fantastic, and Laura. When I saw Laura understudy Robin Hood, I gave her a call and said, "Would you audition for the part of Cassandra?" And we have 2 playing Jeff and MJ. We have 2 terrific people also, plus a surprise appearance by Charlie Gill as the maitre d' in the show. And we also have a Broadway producer coming to see the show opening night.
Heard that,
Yes,
yeah.
I was wondering if I should ask. That's got to be really
We're
exciting.
very excited about that. And also, we're excited that Laurel Cable's sponsoring the show.
Oh,
Yes,
That's right.
Laurel Cable
That's
Vision
right.
is our sponsor, so we have a lot of neat things to look forward to. So
Now, if this goes to Broadway, are you guys
are you guys willing to
hoping
go?
Oh, yeah. Ready to pack up?
Well, I don't know.
I think we have a few people to
I
ask
have to
first.
check on my calendar's filling up. Yes, yes!
Yes, of course, of course. Okay, now that notwithstanding, the 2 of you have any other projects coming up after the Bonnie Ann? Anything on the boards already?
Yes, I'll be doing something with the Producing Guild in East Hartford. I'll be doing The Hostage with Sal Marchese and the group over there. I'm very excited about that. That'll be fun.
Great, great.
I'll be taking a nap.
A long
A
one.
well-deserved one, actually. Yeah, you've been working your tail
And
off.
I'm not wearing tights for months after the show closes. I'm dead set on that.
Now, I did see Robin Hood, and that was a very large cast. What size cast are you working with for the Bonnie Ann?
it's a flexible cast in that it was written around the fact that theaters are they don't like to take on big casts for shows out in New York because they have to pay everybody, you know. So basically, the cast is flexible in that the people that play in the crew could also play other parts, because there's the crew and then they could also play the uppies if we needed to, or there are parts. So we are trying to fill it, or actually it is filled so that everybody has a part. At the Warner, it's probably going to be, I would say, about 40, 45, somewhere in there. But the show could be done with 20 to 25 if it had to be done.
That is a very flexible casting then.
Yeah, that is.
Wow, that's great. Well, I'm looking, I gotta go.
I can't wait. I already have my tickets. I cannot wait to go see
You beat me
this.
to it. Yeah.
I beat you to it.
You beat me to it.
We better
You
buy
can't
our
come on the same
tickets.
night as me.
I hate to miss it. Sounds like a great show.
Oh, gee. Any last questions we should ask?
I don't have any.
Have we mentioned the outstanding choreography
No,
that
you
is going to be introduced?
Oh, that's right, too. It's going to be new choreography. And
By some redhead on
Peggy
show.
Fuller is going to be doing it, and it happens to be...
Peggy Fleur.
Fleur, oh, sorry.
Yeah,
And
it's clever.
she is Dick's...
Choreographer.
Yes.
There's no nepotism involved in this announcement.
Not at all. Not at all.
But yeah, we're very excited to have Peggy as our choreographer. She's got some exciting ideas, and she's listened to the music and asked me to cut a few things, which I know they were a little long, and she's excellent, and I know she's doing it all in the spirit of the show. So it's going to be a terrific choreography. We have some great songs that are going to work well with that.
Sounds like a very winning combination of talents to
does.
put together.
I
Very
do have
excited.
a thank you. I have to say to someone who will not expect this. This is ahead
Okay,
of time.
quickly. we're getting this.
Yes, I know Jude Kravitz, who's the director of the ski school at Ski Sundown. She doesn't know that I'm going to be taking off a little bit of time at the end of February. Thank you, Jude.
Well, she knows now.
She certainly does.
And the whole world, yes.
Well, thank you very much for coming on the
Yes,
show,
yes,
Matt,
appreciate it.
Dick, and Laura, and we are looking forward to seeing you at the Warner. And the dates one last time?
One last time.
February 26th, it's a Saturday night, and February 27th is a matinee, and then March 4th and 5th, which are both Friday and Saturday night.
Great. Well, thank you again, and thank all of you for tuning in, and be sure to tune in next week for another edition of TGIF. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening. Roll the credits. to give us the cut.
Welcome to TGIF.
TGIF. This guy is funny.
Will you please quote us?
TGIF.
To give is fine.
To get is fabulous.
TGIF.
Why not be up to date? Welcome to TGIF.
TGIF. Tonight.